Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 13th. Glad you guys are here. Still pushing through on this awesome vacation. Had a really busy day yesterday. Got a whole bunch of stuff accomplished. Some really good news. Still haven't heard back from our offer on Gorman. Hoping to hear. I mean, they've got this. The contract is scheduled to expire at 6 o'clock tonight. So hopefully we'll hear something back, and we'll go from there. So cross your fingers. Super pumped about that property. Like, I'm really excited for that property. For several different reasons, but as far as the vlog and the videography is concerned, the office space is amazing. Is truly amazing. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to is kind of creating more content for the channel, not just the vlogs. Obviously, I love the vlogs. Vlogs are great. But one of the things that I tried to do months ago was my tech reviews and my gear reviews and things like that. And I feel like that's still good information to have. I put, one of my original videos was a video kind of outlining my budget setup, my budget equipment and things like that. And I thought that was really good. And I actually recorded several other videos talking about the updates that I've made to my kit so far in this first 8 months. And after looking at them, I wasn't really too happy with like the setup and things like that, and the quality of it wasn't quite what I was looking for. So having to reshoot those after bringing them to the editing table is a lot of work, right? It's, the studio is, 15-20 minutes away, trying to break myself away from the family to make that happen, to try and schedule that. It can be difficult, right? Whereas, having the studio right there in the house, separate from the house, but still there at the house on the property is something that I'm looking forward to. It's just awesome. It really is. And I think it'll allow me to create more content for the channel, not just, vlogs and tech reviews and things like that, but kind of talk more about like one-on-one with like the topics that we cover in the vlogs, but kind of go into them a little bit deeper, kind of give some statistics and, do a little bit more in-depth research for them, kind of be a little bit more prepared for those vlogs, or not those vlogs, be a little bit more prepared for those videos, and just a little bit different content, right? So really, and the other thing that I want to start doing as well is making a series specific to potential clients and potential brides, not necessarily my clients, but people that are looking for video, trying to get questions answered and things like that, and common questions that come up when I'm speaking with people on the phone. I talk with, I don't know, maybe half a dozen people a week, whether that's on the phone, via email, or Facebook Messenger, things like that. So, and they always have questions, and trying to take those questions and then put them into a video for everybody to kind of see, I think would be beneficial. So lots coming down the pipe for that. The new office is going to be great for the channel. It's going to be great for the videography business itself. We're also going to use it. I'm going to try and use it for Amanda for her studio, since we're going to be moving so far away from the current studio. We're clearly not going to be able to, the studio would now be 40 minutes away, and that's no bueno. That's not going to work. So the space, all it was really being used for is very, very small photo shoots, like kids and infants. And Amanda does that a few times a year, so that's not really a big deal. But I think the studio space is going to be big enough to where she can have those shoots at our house, no problem. And we'll save the $250-$300 a month that we're spending on a studio, which isn't a bad deal by no stretch. But at this point, it's become a meeting location for my potential clients here in Dayton, and that's about it, right? It's just like a central location. But at the end of the day, saving that $250-$300 a month is gonna, we could put that back into our business, upgrade gear, upgrade equipment, upgrade services. We talked about the client management software a few days ago, and using 1 month of that to pay for half a year or a year of client management software would be huge, right? So that's something that's coming down the pipe as well. And to be honest, like it wasn't the best studio for photography. Like the one where she has her stage set up, there's no natural light, there's no windows, so it's all bouncing off the walls and things like that. And while it's great for small children and adults, or small children and infants, it's not the ideal situation, right? And I think honestly, if we could find, maybe 3 or 4 years down the road, maybe we can find something that's a little bit more, photographer focused, a little bit more windows, more natural light, things like that. She might be able to get more clients from that type of demographic for looking for that type of work. And who knows? The nice thing about the studio though is 3 out of the 4 walls, all windows. Like literally there's a 6-inch strip of wall between each of the windows, but you've got all these windows basically from floor to ceiling, and it's just gorgeous. So it's got a really nice one of the other wall is brick, obviously because it's the outside of the house. But there's it's a really nice texture, so I could see that being implemented into some of the pictures as well. But just having all that natural light come in, I think it's going to work out really well. We're going to try and see if we can't gain some more of those clients. But at the end of the day, when it's 10 o'clock at night, kids are in bed, and I'm sitting there editing, I can't go. I can set up my my lights, and I can set up my equipment and just record a quick video or whatever, and just kind of knock one out of the park right then and there. Whereas before, if I wanted to do that, I had to pack up all the equipment, the cameras, the memory cards, the sound equipment, the lights, pack that all up, pack whatever gear I wanted to review or talk about, or props or whatever, pack up a table, all that stuff, drive the 15-20 minutes over to the studio, set up, record, tear down, take it back home. So you're talking about like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour process from start to finish. Whereas now it's like, well, I can set up a dedicated review spot for gear, for services, just set up a standard location in the studio to record, just to record videos. Like all I would literally do is just pull out the camera, set it up on the tripod, turn the light on, calibrate the lights real quick, and then start recording. So you're talking about taking like a 3 hour process and knocking it down to like less than an hour, and all while being at home. So if something were to happen where, like, say Amanda needs help with something or Eli needs help with homework, I can stop, pause, go help him, and come back and not have to worry about, okay, well, where did I leave off? I'm not, adding to the driving distance and things like that. So that's, that is one of the points that I'm really pumped about with this new house. So hopefully we hear back today. Hopefully it's good news, and we'll go from there. So also on our to-do list today is we need to head into Kroger. We need to pick up a few things for the house, and then we're gonna head back home and tackle this huge to-do list. Try to knock some things out in the middle of the week. That way, maybe Friday or Saturday, we can have some really fun, have some fun, and board games, have some friends over, take the kids out, do something fun. So let's head in the Kroger and get our grocery list finished, and then we'll head back home. See you in a few, guys. All right, we got everything from Kroger that we needed. Let's head home and get the stuff unloaded. Still have to upload the vlog for today. Yeah, then we'll get into the rest of today's to-do list. Lots to get into. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today that's on my to-do list that I think is important for videographers, photographers, really any vendor for that matter, trying to get as much exposure as you can, or trying to increase your exposure to as many eyeballs as possible, right? Because we all know that more eyeballs equals more leads, which equals more potential clients, which equals more clients on your schedule, right? So it's all a numbers game at this point. The more people that you can get to engage with on social media sites like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, which Pinterest is I think there's like this stigma with Pinterest and how it's just for like soccer moms and people that like to bake and stuff like that. No, that's the stereotype. But if used correctly, Pinterest can be a huge asset. It can be a great tool to advance your business. So that's besides the point. So one of the things that I wanted to do today is I wanted to create a schedule for all of the 2019 brides or 2018 brides that I finished their films, and I wanted to create a schedule on when I can release those on my Facebook page, to my YouTube channel, things like that. I'm trying to think, normally people would release them as soon as possible, but I like to give the client a little bit of time to enjoy them before I put them up on a social media website. Allow them to share out their experience and things like that, to give them that organic feel of, hey, I'm posting this before anybody else, and have the engagement go there. Obviously, you would like the engagement to, go towards your channel, go towards your page or whatever. So it's great if the client does that. If it doesn't, then you can always tag them in your posts and things like that when you upload it to your site, and still get that engagement on your end. So and there's a couple different school of thoughts. Some people like, as soon as it's done, I'm going to upload it, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine if that's how you want to run your business and that's how you want to do things. No problem with that. That's great because you're in the moment. It's fresh in everybody's minds and things like that. So you're probably going to, there's an argument to be made that you'll get more, just as much, if not more, engagement then, because people, are posting stuff about it. People are talking about it. It's kind of in that wheelhouse. Just in my experience and the way I would like to see things run is allow them to have their time to share it and post it and talk about it, and then come back. Maybe not quite as long as I have this time, this go around. That's something that I'm hoping to work out here. Obviously, I've got a backlog of some content that I can post. So if I strategically place it, over the next couple months, that'll put me well into my wedding season, which then I can maybe I'll scooch up maybe a month or two some of the other posts and things like that. And maybe that's something that I talk with the bride about, right? That's the bride and groom about, when is it, when do you guys want to, I would like to give you guys a little bit of time to post your stuff to social media, and would a month be okay? Would that be a big enough window for you, or 2 months? Or like, what would be acceptable for you guys? I'm going to share it, right? This isn't a conversation about can I share it, can I not share it. It's more of a courtesy. When do you think is okay for me to share it? I don't want to take away from your guys' thunder. I want you guys to enjoy the film. I want you to enjoy sharing it with people, because that's all part of the experience. So when, maybe that's something you talk to your clients about, right? I didn't really think about that until just now. So I want to develop a schedule for what I currently have, my backlog now, get that all put together. I want to release teaser. I want to release my first video today. That's on my docket. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. So why is it important to create a schedule for your content, to release your content, right? Why wouldn't you just, when you finish a project, just automatically upload it? Well, for me, on a personal level, it's important to create a schedule and try to stick to it, just so that I can stick to it, right? It's important so that you have the schedule in place. You're like, okay, this is a game plan. It's much like a to-do list, but over a month's period or whatever, right? So on Monday, on this date, put it on my calendar. This date, I'm going to release this film. Here's what I'm going to write about it. I'm going to type something up now, write it up, put it on my calendar. That way, I have it ready to go. When I wake up that morning, I can plan on when I want to release it. And that's the other thing too, is you need to understand when is most of your content getting consumed on social media. And several of the different websites, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, they all have their analytic programs. There's also other programs that you can purchase third party that'll kind of break down time frames and when your most engagement happens on your channels, on your pages, on your on your business sites, things like that. So when you're first starting out, it's good to kind of set the tone early, because obviously when you're first starting out, you don't have a lot of content to, organic content to post, right? So you want to make sure that you're strategic with it. Post it, that's why the schedule is good, because you can, I'm gonna like, for me personally, I would like to post every Tuesday my teaser trailer, right? Teaser trailer Tuesday kind of thing. So on Tuesdays, I'll pick one of my trailers. I'll release it. I'll, with a blurb or whatever, linking to a couple different pages and stuff like that, and really try to drum up the engagement on my actual Facebook page, which will then drive traffic to my website, or maybe to a contact page where I can gather more information about who the client is, and just things like that. So, that's just one of the reasons why it's important to create a schedule. It's just so that you're consistent with your release schedule, and like I said, that's so important when you're first starting out, because how do you know if something's working or not if you're kind of sporadically uploading things and like, oh, I haven't uploaded something in weeks, I should probably upload something now? Well, that's, to be honest, that's unfair to the piece of content that you're producing. It's unfair to yourself, because you've put the time into creating this stuff. It'll be harder to learn from that if you're not consistent. So that's one of the reasons, and that's kind of one of the things that I'm looking at, is creating a schedule and trying to make sure that I'm posting stuff, not necessarily every day, because I post the vlog. The vlog is just about every day. So, I want to make sure that I'm not taking away from, the business itself, but, being able to post this stuff and kind of set it and forget it type of thing, and then come back maybe a day or 2 days later to kind of see where it's at. Make sure that you're obviously, you want to engage with the people that are commenting and things like that, so you want to check that portion of it, like the comment section. But go back and check to see how many people are you reaching. Are these people going to your website? Are these people going to a landing page? One of the things we talked about yesterday was this MailMonkey page or website that you can create landing pages from these different links and stuff. So like, you can gather information, or you can make like a one-page web. It's not. I guess it could be considered a website. It's like a one-page website where you can give them a little bit of information. Drop on a couple pictures, maybe of an extra video or whatever, and collect. If they want more information, here's a place where you can put your phone number or your email and your name and when your wedding date is, and I'd like to contact you and talk to you about your actual wedding date. Like, assume that's why they're going to those pages. And we talked about it in reference to Instagram yesterday, but I'm talking about it in the grand scheme of things. Like, having those types of interactions, is going to get you more eyeballs. It's going to engage your customer or your potential customers, gain you more leads. The other thing, I was watching a couple of videos through my feed while I was eating breakfast, and one of the things that came across that I found really interesting as far as Facebook is concerned is Video, Facebook is prioritizing videos more than anything else right now. And one of the things that they are skewing towards are videos that keep them on Facebook, keep the viewer on Facebook, right? So for like my vlogs, right? Majority of the time what I'll do is I'll upload a vlog to YouTube and then I'll hit share to Facebook. So what happens is YouTube, and this is no fault of their own, this is their strategy, this is how they want to gain more viewers to their channel. They'll post a link with like a thumbnail, and when you click on it, it'll take you to my YouTube channel, right? So it's good for YouTube, right? That's why sharing from YouTube, from Facebook to YouTube, that's why it works like that. It brings more traffic to the YouTube channel itself, like in general, the YouTube website. Whereas Facebook is like, well, we really want to prioritize people that upload film or upload videos to our website. The research has shown in the actual video that I watched that the engagement is higher, just the engagement period, right? And that could be skewed a little bit based on like, here's the two different, I uploaded a link and I uploaded a video. There's more comments on the video because it's getting in front of more people because Facebook is prioritizing that faster, right? So the idea is people are more likely to comment and share on a video that they can watch right there in that app. So I'm gonna switch my strategy around a little bit. I'm no longer just gonna click the share to Facebook button, even though it's easier, much simpler, less time consuming, but actually take the moment to go over to Facebook, upload the video to the channel, and then share it out. We'll see. I don't get many comments in the Facebook page when I do share these out. Some of the comments come on the YouTube channel, which is kind of what I'm looking for. However, not everybody has a YouTube channel. Not everybody has a YouTube, a Gmail account, so they can't, comment unless they have that. So if I'm sharing to Facebook and they watch it on Facebook, naturally, obviously, they have a Facebook account. They can just comment right there. So the engagement's still happening. It's just on their preferred platform. All right, so the other question you need to ask yourself is not only when should I upload films, but what should I upload? And this is primarily towards, you can look at your subject matter. Really, the question is what types of things should I upload, right? That's the real question that kind of span, several different types of vendors. But for videographers and videographer purposes, what types of films should I upload and when? So my rule of thumb is I don't upload full wedding ceremonies and I don't upload the highlight reel from the reception. I'm looking to upload first the teaser trailer for each wedding and then go back and upload the highlight film. I've considered making kind of like an in-between film because my highlight films lately have been running really long. And really just kind of, that just encompasses the getting ready and the actual ceremony point up until the I do's. So, all right, so we've got, we're home. We got everything unpacked from our grocery shop. The video literally just finished rendering when I sat down, so we'll go ahead and get that uploaded, get some stuff done around the house. We got a little bit of a laundry list here to do, but we'll get that taken care of, get back on the computer and start working again. So let's get to it. about 2:30. Time to go pick up Eli from school. Got quite a bit of work done on the videography side of things. We got the schedule created for the next the next 3 months. We got the schedule created for all the way into February of next year, as far as posting wedding content and things like that. Decided that Tuesday is going to be the best fit. We're going to do Tuesday at about 6 p.m. And basically the order of the vlog, or the order of the releases, like as far as the content goes, is the first one is going to be the teaser trailer. Then the second one is going to be a kind of like a shorter version of the highlight reel. So just since my highlight reels have been getting extremely long lately, I'm going to chop those down a little bit and really just kind of focus on like the couple and the actual the actual letters that they write to each other. So it's going to be about a 4 to 5 minute clip or whatever. It's going to encompass a lot of the same things that the highlight reel did and the 1 minute teaser trail. So it's going to be like this hybrid in between type of product. So at any rate, so that's going to be week 2, like the second Tuesday. The third Tuesday is going to be the full highlight reel. And then I basically, for the next 2 months, I typed up a kind of like a description for each of those products for 2 of my brides. So basically, I've got the next 6 weeks completed as far as content's concerned. So I got the date scheduled and all that. The one thing I need to work on now is the best way and best resolution, best size for Facebook. Because what I'm running into is there's different sizes and things like that for the different social media platforms. So one thing I'll have to do is go back and look at where I'm posting these to, which right now is just going to be Facebook and YouTube. But I would like to get them, maybe the 1 minute teasers would work really well on Instagram as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we're gonna go pick up Eli. I've got a side project that I want to accomplish with him, and we're gonna run over to Epic Loot and see if we can't pick up a couple packs for him to open on his YouTube channel, because he's got a YouTube channel set up with no videos yet, and he's been dying to put up a video. And I think one of the first ones we can do is him with a pack opening or something like that. Like with these trading card games, a big kind of style of video is, since the packs are randomized, is opening up packs in front of camera. So opening up packs on camera. So I think that's something that he'd be really good at. We've got 2 of the GoPro cameras that we can set up, one on his opening and one on his face, and then we can mic him or whatever, so we capture good audio. And then I also want to look at picking up a board game, kind of a celebratory pat on the back for a couple things that have gone in my favor recently. So can't really talk about it just yet, but let's just say I'm kind of pumped about the near future. So we haven't heard back from the Gorman seller yet. As far as the accepting or declining the contract. We did hear back from their realtor, basically stating that she's a little uneasy accepting an offer that's contingent on someone else's property being sold. So we've got the inspection set up for next Tuesday, which is a little over a week from now. So I can understand how she's, still skeptical, and, she wants to make sure that her house gets sold. Like, I understand that. There is another house that went on the market today. We're going to go see that one. It's priced extremely competitively. There's no pictures on there yet. It's right down the street from a new shopping complex that's opened up called Austin Landing, which is very, very close to 75, which 75 is a really, a highway that kind of runs right through Dayton and kind of gets you going south towards Cincinnati or north towards Columbus. So as far as getting on the highway and getting places, it's kind of prime location. So we're going to go through that. It's going to be a little bit higher as far as costs go with the mortgage and the taxes, or excuse me, the taxes are going to be a little bit higher. But the difference. We talked to our lender, and the difference is about what we would pay a month in gas if we were to take the Gorman house. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close out the vlog there. So I know we talked a lot about the second property today. The first property we saw today is actually already under contract. So we went ahead and wrote an offer in on the Villagewood. That's the second property we saw tonight, the much larger house. It's a long shot because we basically wrote in at asking price, and you know that's about all we could do. So if someone comes in and gives them more than what they're asking for, then obviously they're going to go that route instead. But we also have Gorman on the back burner as well. So we've got basically when Villagewood, when that contract would expire, then we would just backpedal to Gorman. So at the end of the day, I think we're good either way. Obviously, the bigger house would be nice. We could really kind of move in and stay in that house for practically forever. Whereas with Gorman, maybe it could be a 10-year house, could be a 15-year house, but there's always going to be something else that we want. So we'll see. Either way, I'm still excited about both properties. So if we get one or the other, whichever one we get, the family will be happy with. We'll be ecstatic to be upgrading from the current place that we're in. The starter home, we've just outgrown it. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.